Hey, this is Glendon Cameron with once again how to make a living without a job. Right now, you're looking at a bunch of cameras because one of the things that I get is, hey, what is the best camera for YouTube? And I'm going to show it to you again, but in slow motion. Hold on a sec. One of the biggest questions I get is, what's the best camera for YouTube? What do you use for YouTube? And what I'm about to tell you is those are the wrong questions to ask. You should ask, what is my intent for my YouTube channel? See, this is the deal. Once you facilitate some type of goal, when you have a rhyme and reason to what you're doing, then the type of camera that you will need will present itself. Let me explain. If you just like shooting funny, crazy videos of you, your friends, and family, an iPhone 5 or an Android, one of those nicer camera phones, maybe a year to 2 years old, you have everything you need in your pocket. But if you are looking to be more robust with your YouTube channel, if you're looking to do longer videos, if you are looking to do interviews, if you're looking to do really cool, crazy effects, then you're possibly going to have to step away from the iPhone 5 or your Android phone and jump up into a better camera. Now, I'm going to give you a few tips because all of the cameras you just saw will work for YouTube. It's 2013. Everything is shooting 720p. A lot of these are doing 1080. But the real trick, and let me say it again, the real trick, not trick, but trick to making really good YouTube videos is the lighting. This is something that a lot of people just kind of glance over and never really talk about it. I've recommended this light kit to several people. I had one, actually sold it, and I have bigger lights because my studio is pretty much stationary. But they travel, and you can get away with two, ideally three, or it will give you the perfect lighting situation. And if you can't afford $60, and if you can't afford $60, just fucking shoot yourself. But go outside. That's the best light that you're ever going to get. Outside natural lighting, or if you have a room where the light fills the room, that will give you great, stunning, and awe-inspiring video. But if you want to step your game up, you're going to need a better camera. So I'm going to address some situations. And essentially, let's play Q&A. You should ask yourself a few questions on what you want to do, how you want to do it, and we'll jump into that right now. Okay, now I'll just show you my main camera, the camera that I made a few hundred videos, probably, wow, maybe 400 videos. It's the Sony CX560V. I'm going to tell you my camera story. Maybe that'll help you with your camera story. But as I said earlier in the video, this bad boy right here, if you have an iPhone 4, 4S, 5, this is all a video camera you need. They make, peripherals, which are plugins, like you can get a mic, an external mic, you can mic up your iPhone, you can do all kinds of stuff. So if you're just like making videos to make videos, bam, you already have what you need in your pocket. Or next time you upgrade your phone, get one and you're in the game. All right, now with my camera, I overbought because I wanted to grow into it. And what does that mean? It has mic ports, and there's a lot of stuff that I can do with the camera. The camera was roughly $1,500 when I bought it. It's probably $1,000 now. You know how technology goes. But I bought it to grow into it. I bought an external battery pack because I was killing the initial battery because it only lasted maybe an hour. And I have two of them. So this camera, which I spent a lot of money for, will last me for several years. I can do a lot with this camera. Now, going on with selecting a camera. Say you want to do interviews. Then you will need to step up your camera game. You will need one where you can have a mic port where you can put in an external mic, because the audio is really good right now because this camera has an internal boom mic. That's why the audio is much better than some cameras where you have all the room noise and background noise. But if you're going to do interviews, you're going to have to be able to mic someone up. You'll see in some videos people have a lapel mic or something like that, or you may not, you'll hear the great audio quality, but you can't see the mic. I guarantee you, they either have a boom mic that's just right above their head, but you can't see it because it's cut out the camera frame, or they have a boom mic on the camera. Makes a huge difference. But that's for if you're going to do interviews or you're doing shots where maybe you're a little further away. So once again, it goes back to purpose. Why are you doing your videos? If you're going to do movies, or you're going to tell stories, or you're going to film stuff, a camcorder is probably going to be the best way to go, and that's going to up your budget. Probably you can get away with $500. $500 would probably get you a camera with the mic ports, the things that you need to grow. But if you see yourself doing long-term, bigger video projects, because give you an idea of my setup, this camera with the battery pack that's on it, and I got the batteries off Amazon, they're generic, but when they're fully charged, they're 6 hours. And this camera has 64 gigabytes. So I can shoot literally a whole day of video, hours and hours and hours of content, and never have to change batteries. And I have 2. So I could just go for a week just filming with this, just in case, like, if you are balling and you have the budget and you want to get something nice for family, for taking pictures of the kids, it makes a difference. But once again, you can get plenty of benefit out of this. Now, when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't know what I was doing. I just, bam, threw up a channel. I was using a Sony CyberShot, just taking, and that's why the older videos had these black bars on the side, because I didn't know the difference between standard definition video and 720, 1080p. Big difference. It's a big difference. But I managed to make 200 videos with that camera. I got plenty of benefit out of it. But going forward, have some kind of purpose to what you're doing. Because like I said, if you are looking to do long form, the short form, 3 minutes, 5-minute videos, if you want to do 30-minute videos, or you want to do a presentation, or you're going to a conference and you want to record yourself at the conference, the iPhone could possibly help, but I guarantee, give you an example. Say you're going to a conference, right, and you're presenting and you want to capture that. My camera and a boom mic will put you in the game. Have the camera position, because with certain boom mics you could be 6 feet away, you could be 10 feet away. Person can be well out the shot. Put the boom mic, it comes directly towards you. You'll get the great quality, you'll get the great audio. Or you can have what's called a recorder, a voice recorder, and this can have a mic somewhere hidden. It could be on your hip, and you can get the audio, and you can have someone film it, and then later on they'll have to sync up the audio and the video. But I don't like doing all that stuff. I've done it before and I hate it. Some people love it. So I like to capture it all in one fell swoop. So I will be doing boom mics, or mic'd up or something like that. Now, if you're doing an interview, say with your iPhone, and say you're in the car, perfect environment for this, because the window's up, the air on low, you have a perfect environment to do an interview, and you don't have to worry about external sounds, because the car, if it, especially if it's a luxury car like a Lexus, those are, or Mercedes, those are like some of the most silent cars I've ever been in. Perfect environment, and you don't need all the extra mics, because the sound's going to ricochet and bounce off the car or into the mic, which is pretty cool. But for your channel, this is just some advice, just a little advice. Play around. Take your, whatever camera you have now, start making videos. You can use your iMac, you can use the camera on your laptop and use Google. I'll talk about that in a minute. You can use Google Hangouts to make your videos. But see, there's a problem with that. Once again, if you're just making videos, goofing off, it's cool, it works, no problem. But for the future, if you have the ability to make better videos, because the Google Hangout videos are grainy, there's a lot of noise, sometimes the audio is good, sometimes it's not, sometimes there's technical glitches, and once you make that video and put it up, you can't change it. Whereas when you use your own equipment then you have a lot more flexibility. Because like this camera is really good in low light. Like I don't have my video lights on and the sun is really not coming into the room that well, but it's going to be very clear. It's going to be very crisp, because when you go up in price with your camera, you get bigger sensors. Bigger sensors means better low light quality. So this camera works well outside. It works well inside. When I turn on the video lights, I get movie quality video. And that's one of the reasons I invested into it. Now, in the beginning, when you don't know what you're doing, don't make a lot of investments in your camera. You don't have to. Once you figure out what you're going to do, once you have a game plan, then you can make that investment into getting the camera. Once you have a game plan, because I'll tell you, between this camera, the 2 Max, I'm about $7,000 in. And I upped my equipment because I wanted to up my game. But if you remember, for 2 years, I used a pretty shitty camera and was successful. So you don't have to spend a lot of money. But if you are going to up your game, improve your game, make better videos, it would behoove you to invest some of your YouTube money into your equipment. Because to me, it makes no sense. If you're sitting here on YouTube and you're making money and you can't take, say, minimum $1,500 to get a nice camera, and I would say a desktop, not a laptop, a desktop, a nice desktop to process your videos, you really don't really care, because that whole thing, like I'm trying to do everything super cheap or free, you are one poor mental person if that's your whole thing, because money circulates. But that's a whole nother video. I won't get into it. But essentially, $1,500, nice camera, get you a nice desktop. And the reason I say desktop is processing videos is very hard on your computer. It is one of the most hardest processing things you can do that comes right on. Gaming would be number 1, then video processing would probably be number 2. And it's really rough, because I'll tell you, I have a MacBook Pro with an i7 chip and 8 gigabytes of RAM, and that sucker's tricked out, but I spent like $3,500 for it. I can process the video, do email, and do other stuff. Now on my iMac, I can only process video, because when I'm doing the video, I can do other stuff, but it's slower. You can feel it. When I had my Toshiba, couldn't do nothing else but process a video. It was just like walk away, do something else, because the video is just so rough. And if you're going to do a lot of video, invest in the tools to make video. And when I say, let's give you some numbers. If you're going to do 4 videos a month, it's worth it to get a better camera and upgrade your computer system. If you're going to be doing 10 a month, definitely get a better camera, definitely get a better computer system. But if you're just goofing off, once again, right here, you're in the game. You're in the game. You don't have to do anything. Now, why would you want to invest a lot of money into a camera and computer equipment? I'm going to give you what I call byproduct money. I have a few friends that, not YouTube, but Facebook friends, and they've watched me for the last 4 years do this stuff, and I've completed not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 video jobs so far, and I have 2 more pending that have put some cheese in my pocket, substantial cheese, because I feel very blessed that I have friends who actually pay me my rate. None of them came at me with, hey, can you do it for the low? Because they're all business people, and that makes a big difference. And I put together some projects, taught them to do some stuff, and it's just been wonderful. So by investing in camera and equipment, I've been able to make money from something I originally had no intention of making money from. I bought all this for me. I didn't buy it for a business, but with the investment, I can create a video business to make more money, another source of income. Because I'll tell you, 95% of the money that is generated by my YouTube channel does not come from AdSense. It comes from me selling products, consulting, doing other things. So if you put forth a better presentation with your videos, a better presentation with your audios, you can get business even if your channel does not have a tremendous amount of views. But if you keep with the shitty camera, the shitty audio, the shitty presentation, you probably will not get those opportunities. So it's really a value proposition game. What do you want to do? And once again, if you're just making videos with no rhyme or reason, that's it. You don't have to buy nothing. You don't have to do anything. I would say, yeah, turn your camera this way when you're doing videos, because I see so many videos on YouTube where the camera's in this position, and I'm like, why? I don't understand it. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, turn it where you get the landscape view for your videos. But that's pretty much it. You don't have to, there is no perfect camera for YouTube, because in 2013, the quality of most cameras is like insane compared to 5 years ago. The camera on this phone is better than a camera I spent $500 for maybe 8 years ago. It is head and shoulders for video and just picture taking, head and shoulders. And it didn't, it was what, $199 when they got the new plan. I mean, seriously, it's just incredible. So you don't have to like rack your brain like, what's the best question? Go back. Why am I doing videos? What are some of my future endeavors that I may want to do with video? So if you know that you want to do bigger and better things in the future, it makes the sense to invest in the best camera you can get based on your budget. Because if you're going to do a lot of videos, the camera will pay for itself. The camera will pay for itself, and the computer stuff will pay for itself, because just my AdSense money has paid for my camera, my computers, and there was a lot of extra just from the AdSense money. So if you're creating an online business and you're going to use video and you're getting some AdSense money, don't spend it. Just take that money and throw it in a savings account. And whenever you get to the desired amount, take that money and buy your camera. Apple's not paying me or anything like this, but I'm a Mac head. I've had experience with doing video on other machines, and Mac makes it way easier than these other machines, because I have a system. I can film a video, get it processed, and it used to be the biggest time was the rendering, and that's when the videos turn into this format that you can upload to YouTube. That used to be the longest thing. When my Toshiba, 4 or 5 hours, and I wasn't making these long videos that I'm making now. But now, the long time is the rendering and processing on the YouTube side, because YouTube's growing bigger and bigger and bigger, so there's a lot of videos being uploaded. And I know that sometimes my video will upload and process in an hour or two. Then there's times that it will take 4 or 5 hours. And it fluctuates. And I had one time where I loaded a video in the morning, it was still processing, then I loaded another one at 12. The one at 12, which was longer, was ready before the shorter video that I loaded earlier in the day. So that's something else. YouTube is a wonderful appliance, a wonderful resource. I'm not going to bash YouTube, but know that everybody's coming to YouTube. And with that, it's going to create some bandwidth problems. And like if your stuff's not like, loading as fast as you want, understand there's a lot of servers, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. So that's it happens to me. And, it's kind of crazy. I will say this: if you upload your videos late at night or early in the morning is before 6, they tend to load much faster. I don't think there's a lot of activity between those hours. But from 10 a.m. on to 10 p.m., it's a crowded highway. It's a really crowded highway. But so that's the deal. Ask yourself, why am I doing this video? What do I want to do in the future with this camera? Do I intend to do interviews? If you intend to do interviews, you need a camera that you can hook up a mic to. It's essential. And, but I was getting ready to go, but lighting. Lighting is just as important or more important than the camera. Lighting will make you or break you in terms of video quality. Unless you get like a super high-end camera that can take great video in any light situation, you're good. But like right now, I don't have the light on, and this is going to come out really good in a nice, crisp 1080p. Say it was a little overcast, I may have to turn the light on. But this camera's good. But that big light right there, that big old thing, that is why a lot of my videos are so crisp. It's huge, because when I ordered it, and it has a brother and a sister, there's 3 of them, but is so big and powerful, I usually can get away with one because I accidentally bought the wrong one because I thought I was going to buy the smaller ones and I actually got the big boys. Like I could set this up in the room and shoot like a movie if I wanted to. But it was like $600. No, it was $750. It was $750 about 2 years ago. So you can get quality lights that will do the same thing as these lights for $60 if you buy 2 sets of the lights that I put originally in the beginning of this video, which is $120. You're in the game. You'll have great video. Your room will be well up. And let's talk about lighting. Okay, I went through the lighting thing, and I'm gonna tell you, like going to Home Depot and getting those contractor lights, those bitches get hot. In some of my videos where you see them sweating, it's cause that light, and they will light up the room, but they get hot. The lamp does not last that long. I got maybe a month out and I had to buy another whole lamp, and they get hot. I mean, hot. You could cook an egg on top of your head hot. Whereas these lights put no heat out whatsoever. None. So you can try to do your table lamp or get a contractor lamp, and you're going to get marginal results. I'm just telling you, spend the $60, spend the $120, get you some quality fluorescent video lighting, and it will make a world of difference in your video. All right, this is Glendon, and I'll see you on the good side.